Good morning. Here begins day 2. Just pumped the tires full of air. Stayed at a little bunkhouse behind C&O Bicycle here in Hancock, Maryland. Very no frills, but I got a hot shower, brushed my teeth this morning, and had a good night's sleep. So gonna head towards Williamsport, just past Williamsport. Yeah, met some nice people, talked about biking and hiking, so it's been a great vacation so far. Let's go. Yep, so now I've gone 70 miles total on the C&O towpath, canal towpath. 10 miles so far for today. Feeling a lot better than yesterday. I'm more awake. Helps that I got a good night's sleep at the C&O Bicycle bunkhouse. Yeah, so it's only $15. You can also pay like I think $5 to have a hot shower if you're just passing through. But totally no frills, but definitely worth it. Met some awesome people. Slept really well. Actually slept in till like almost 7 o'clock, which is rare for me. So that's when I know I have a good night's sleep. All right, whew. It's a little humid. I'm sweating already. I'm gonna be ripe by the time I take the metro back home on Monday. Woo, mosquitoes are out too. I think I'll be hitting Fort Frederick next, so all right, see you there. Let's see if I don't crash. So I'm gonna go check out Fort Frederick State Park from the French and Indian War. Heading into Fort Frederick, taking a little break. They have new bathrooms. Apparently they have outdoor showers, but only if you're wearing a bathing suit can you take them. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm not British. So I'm entering one of the barracks. These were all rebuilt. The gentleman was telling me that these buildings, when the state took it over, and actually a while ago, even before that, they couldn't even tell where the buildings originally were. And in terms of the governor's house, where the officers would actually have stayed, this would have been enlisted. That building, they couldn't find any plans for, so they couldn't rebuild it to replicate what the officer quarters would have been like. At one point, the fort was basically a farm, and they kept the walls to protect the farmland and the pigs and everything from the wind. So you can kind of tell over here where the layout was of the governor's house, still in the ground of the stone. And I don't really know where all the rocks came from in the area because it's not a rocky area. And this room depicts the enlisted barracks, whereas the others were all officer. They had their own rooms. Enlisted were given rations and had to cook in here. Officers could buy their own food, and they would hire women to cook for them. They tried to get the locals to pay for it, but the Assembly of Maryland said no. So this little bridge I'm coming up to, strongly advise walking across, because on the other end, it's a sharp left turn and there's a step down. It's not a ramp. Just in between Fort Frederick and Williamsport. So this dam here, which controls the boating and stuff up the Potomac, on December 7th, 1861, Stonewall Jackson tried to basically break the dam. break the will of the Union. He tried twice, but the Union prevailed. Just hitting 80 miles, well 80 and a half. So I made it to Williamsport. They've fixed all this so they can run boats, except there's a stairwell to go up and over, which looks rather steep. So apparently I can go down a little further to get across so I can go eat food. Here in Williamsport, getting lunch at the Desert Rose. It's where the ice cream parlor was, but the original cafe location had a fire a couple years ago. So, got myself a grilled cheese, some soup, and a Coke, and some yogurt. Maybe get some other dessert, and then continue on my way. Oh, and so I went up on this little bridge. There's like a path to the right. Like if you look to the left, there's those horrible stairs that I will not carry a bike over, and I don't recommend other people doing. But if you look to the right, there's a little path, and you go up the hill, and you go to the left over the bridge. There's like a little sidewalk, a little sketchy, of wood to the left, and that way you don't have to go about a half a mile down. There's the Potomac River. I have no idea what highway that is. Just left Williamsport. Full tummy. Lots of good food at the Desert Rose Cafe. Oh, I was all excited, thought this was something cool. It's just a construction zone. Just finished riding through the Potomac Fish and Game Club area. Lots of little trailers, some single wide, double wide, other wide, lots of travel trailers, lots of boats, lots of good times happening. Rode through there once before. They were having like a fish fry or something that time. Onward I go. So I just hit the midpoint of the C&O Canal. I've gone 92.25 miles since Thursday night. Boat going by. Woo! Yeah, I think this is why the ladies last night that stayed at the same place as me, they said there were late night revelers and fishermen and stuff out last night. And like I said, I had just passed through the Game and Fish Club. So, and it's Labor Day weekend, so everybody's out playing on the Potomac River. Alright, I got a while to go still. So I just got to Appoquon campsite, and this is the one that the ladies I met last night in Hancock said that they had trouble sleeping, and it's because just down the ways, the Game and Fish area and this area of the Potomac, well, it's Labor Day weekend, so everybody's out. And like across the river, there's the trailers and boats and all that on the West Virginia side. So it's a party weekend. All right, 8 more miles to Big Woods. We're at Big Slackwater. There's a mill right up here. I think my friend and I, when we did this several years ago, I know we stopped here to use the porta potty, which was right on the other side of the building. And we continued on a little bit. So over here, along Potomac, it's gonna be a little warm. Because you're in the sun on this concrete causeway or whatever, seawall, river wall, whatever. So, oh, look at all that trash next to the porta potty, how pleasant. So, the whole section I just cycled through, Slackwater, big slack water. So there was never a canal there. They actually had to put the boats in the river, and they had to do some blasting to create some sort of towpath. And at this point where I'm at now, just right over there, there's an inlet pool that is fed by the river. And that would come over here and it would fill this area, so that way, and the canal boats would come in under this bridge right here, continue on down towards Georgetown. But that whole concrete area has been recently built because after a lot of flooding and stuff, the towpath was impassable, so they made that structure so that way folks could actually enjoy the towpath. This here is dam number 4, built in 1856, and the dam watered the canal between here and Harper's Ferry, about 22 miles downstream. Looking downstream. Maybe I'll jump in the water. Well, I just hit 100 miles, 0.5. Still alive. Whew. So I got in like 44 miles today. Just got to Big Woods campsite. There's some people tenting, I guess hikers or something. So that's kind of weird. I'm not used to staying at campsites where there's other people. But I walked down the hill to the river, rinsed off my legs and arms, and put some water on my head to cool down. Big long day today. You know, it's actually pretty hard biking when you're carrying your gear and stuff on there. It's pretty heavy. Definitely a quad workout. But gonna go up, set up my tent, and it's 3:30 right now. I guess I'll sit and read my book. So, not sure if I'll come back down to the river. It was a little sketchy getting down here. Spider web. But, alright. This is the end of day number 2. Official day number 2. It was a good day. I got a peanut butter jelly sandwich from Desert Rose Cafe for dinner and some Cheetos and a pickle. So, alright. I have water dripping off my glasses, I think. Alright. You know, for the amount of food I've eaten last night and tonight, it kind of defeats all the writing, though. Oh well. You gotta eat. Alright. Peace.